Right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Mulengera YouTube channel. With me, I am with Honorable Jack Sabiiti. Honorable Jack Sabiiti is a veteran politician who has been in Uganda's political scene since the 1980s up to the time when we went together and participated in the struggles of UPM with General Museveni. Honorable Jack Sabiiti went on to participate in the struggles against Obote's UPC in the 1980s, which culminated into General Museveni becoming the president of Uganda. He has been the MP of a constituency in Western Uganda from 2006 when the famous list of Ruchiga County. He has been the MP of now Ruchiga District. Honorable Jack Sabiiti also belonged to PAFO. He went ahead to join Dr. KizzaBesigye and very many other political bigwigs around the country to found FDC, which is one of the biggest political parties in the opposition today in Uganda. Honorable Jack Sabiiti, we are very pleased to have you on the Mulengera Media YouTube channel. Thank you so much for making time to chat with us.
You're always welcome.
Yes, we're very honored.
What are these people who left these things? Talk over.
Pardon? Oh, this one. We're going to handle it later. I don't know. You could use the microphone.
Can't I talk?
It's on.
Yes, yes.
You want me to talk? Okay.
Yes. So, how have you been, Mzee?
Oh, fine. Fine. I've retired.
Yes.
See, this is my home.
We are very pleased to meet you in your retirement at home. You must be grooming a lot of bazukus.
Yes, I have now 6 grandchildren.
Yes.
3 of them are married. 2 girls are married. My son is married. Left with just a few, 2 that's all.
So, how have you been?
Oh, fine.
Because you have gone to disappear from Uganda's political scene, yet you've been one of the key, the backbones of Uganda's politics from the time when you went with your colleagues and founded FDC. You went to become one of the key pillars in structuring the party at the time when it was beginning.
That's true.
Where have you been? What have you been up to? Because you've not been, in the political scene.
No, I have been generally mobilizing for my party.
Yes.
In Ruchiga, in Kabale. But I'm fine. I have retired.
Okay.
It's good to retire. And now lecture at the university. So
you just
first time at the university. And that's it.
That is very, very interesting. Now, yes.
Thank you very much, sir. You used to be very active and easily visible. How active have you been of late in a way that you've not been visible as before?
As I told you that I have retired, but I'm still a member of my party, FDC, which I helped in founding. If you can remember, FDC was born as a result of 3 groups, in fact 4. There was a Reform Agenda, there was Parliamentary Advocacy Forum, PAFO, and that's where I belonged. I was never part of the agenda. Then we had another small party by Karhanga, Chapa Karhanga. NDS, yes. And then there were some independents who never associated with one group or another, but who felt they should work with us.
The Kurukoro type.
Yeah, like Matemachembes and all those things started with us. Then we formed FDC. FDC is the party which I love. Because after the struggle, I felt when we were in Parliament, in the 7th Parliament, some of us felt that we needed a new approach to the politics of Uganda. And so we members, some of them are still with us, others affected, different groups. We felt we should have a party which should be a guiding torch, not a party of an individual, not a party of militarism, you know, the military men, like me and the others who are military people. Some of us tested a little bit of military. So we felt we should surely have a country where, you know, we are peaceful. The rule of the gun should get out. So that's when we formed this party. I remember I was the Treasurer General.
You are the founding Treasurer General
of the Forum for for the
PAF.
Yeah, for PAF,
Yes.
Parliamentary Advocacy Forum.
Yes.
And at that time, Besigye had,
Was in exile.
you know, had disagreed with his boss. And some of the things he talked about, some of us felt maybe
He was right.
if we joined with Besigye and other groups, we could form a party, a clean party, a party which hates corruption, a party which really is interested in development, in education, in health. So we agreed, and we started meeting. And there was among those, I think it was me, and this young man from Acholi.
Latigo.
Or
Regan.
Regan Okum. Me and him left this place, and we met in, you know, together in South Africa. And, having known Besigye for a long time, and the other one being a member of the Reform Agenda.
From 2001.
So we felt this new group in Parliament, you know, good young man.
The Dombos and
we had Muntu, we had Zindana, we had Kazora, we had many people.
Jirwa.
Yes, Jirwa, all of those.
Salam
Musumba, including now the Secretary General.
Lumumba Kasule. Emmanuel Dombo.
Then me and Regan went and had a detailed discussion with the Besigye in South Africa.
And we are members of Parliament at that
Yes,
time.
members of Parliament.
Very powerful ones.
So he, you know, I think he was attracted by our gesture. One who were not part of his group.
From Agenda.
And gradually we said, you come back and we form a party. Then when we came back, we started now
working with others.
Planning how to form a party. So these three groups now met and was fully involved in that formation. We met in that hill across.
Chireka.
No. As we are going to Entebbe, this side. Where is this HIV, whatever?
Grazer.
No, near this side.
So on the left as you go to Entebbe.
Where they are now building. No, this industry of iron sheets.
Luboa.
Yeah. There was a small material up there.
Conference center. Yes.
That's where we met. For 2-3 days.
It was a retreat.
Yes, and we came to.
This is 2000 what?
That was in the 9th Parliament. It should have been 2020.
Because PAF was a response to the third term proposal, the amendment of term limits. Wasn't it a response to that?
It was, and I was a member of the Constituent Assembly first. 1995.
Okay.
The one who represented
Luchiga.
Luchiga.
Okay.
Yes, and we also had some people.
So you had been in the parliament for all of those years from 95 without break?
There was a break.
Yes,
because Manzi came in
96.
Yes, and then I went back.
In 2001.
Then I went back again second time. Then he brought this young man who stole Kabafunzachi.
He humiliated you.
Yes, and that's when I said, if we can have that time. I couldn't continue.
But anyway, you also chaired the Parker in Parliament at some point.
Yes, I was the chair, I was the deputy first.
Yes.
And when the Park passed on, I took over. Then later I became the chairman of local government council committee. I was also a member of budget in Parliament. So we formed this party.
Very vibrant Parliament.
Oh yes.
Do you regret anything you did at that time?
We don't regret. We helped society. We helped this country.
Including the frustrating electricity at Uganda, as General Museveni keeps saying.
Yeah, but we are the one who made noise at that time. But now he agrees with us.
You don't regret anything.
He knows that what we are telling him was the truth. Yes. So this group really made a lot of changes in that parliament. And it guided society. So we formed PAF. I mean FDC.
Made 2000.
When we made FDC, we looked at all groups. And we got Besigye as our president of the party. In my group, I became the treasurer
for the new party.
General for the new party.
Njuba.
And Njuba also joined us to be
from the same
party. Yes. Yeah, we disputed, and all of us were comfortable. And we started helping Besigye as the man we had put there. We were not going to follow Besigye's agenda. And I want to emphasize this. We wanted all of us to agree on how to move. And that's why we created the FDC with the constitution. And in this constitution we put certain barriers for any hungry politician.
Controls.
For example, we said if you are a president of the party, you cannot be a president of the party more than 2 terms.
That has been
respected up to now. If you are a treasurer general, you cannot also be there 2 terms. I mean more than 2 terms.
10 years.
Right? 10 years. When I finished mine, I said, okay, let me continue do mobilization for my party.
In another capacity?
Yes. I remained, of course, treasurer general. Until I finished.
And in your department, you had Honorable Nandala and the speaker now?
Yes, Nandala was with me in Park. Yes, and he helped us a lot.
But in the treasury also of the party, wasn't he?
Yes, he was my deputy. He was my deputy.
Then Anita was your assistant.
He was the third. We created another office for her.
Yes.
And she served us for a short time. She was disorganized here and there.
What were you able to accomplish in those 10 years as treasurer for the party?
For the party?
Did you, for instance, contribute to the fundraising for the secretariat?
For example, this building now at Najananku. That's my contribution.
How,
me and another Mafabi.
How?
Yes, through looking for money here and there, right? And building that office.
But Nabila one time told me they are the ones who contributed their monthly.
Yes, they also, buying that plot was not easy, right?
You had to take a loan also from Centenary.
Yes, from Sudir's
Bank.
Because I was one of the, the customers.
Yes.
I had an account.
And a friend of Paledia.
So we became friends, and he would help us. Whenever we had no money in the party, I would use my account.
As a good customer.
You used to get money on my account. I could have a loan.
And then you pass it on.
Right? And then I would use that money, take it to the party. who really loved that party.
And he understood what the
No, he
banker
didn't know.
They wouldn't.
I wouldn't tell him. Otherwise, he would say, no.
This is
No,
risky.
he had his own likings in terms of politics.
Yeah.
He was not with us.
So that relationship, you are the one who cultivated it between the party and the Crane banker.
I don't know, but that at least I played a role.
Yes.
You can ask another Mafabi, you can also, confirm that.
Yes.
I would get money from my own account.
Yes.
I put it in the party.
How much, sir? 10K, 20K?
It's a lot of money.
Billions.
Not billions, of course. At that time, we were not dealing with billions. Right?
So,
the party continued.
Sir, I'm sorry, I would like to ask, why would the party need a loan? Why were you in a hurry to pay up, and couldn't you take
the party
time
had just started. How much money do you have in your account?
From MPs, you would have some good money.
No. Those came later, and we are not many, right? To look after party, you need a lot of money.
I mean the acquisition of the office.
Yes. In fact, one of my cousins, the one who helped us to identify that particular property. Yes, one of my cousins.
He was not for Garuga.
He's the one I'm talking about. We are related.
Garuga.
Yes.
He was also founder of the party.
Yes. He was in the former chairman. Yes.
So it was acquired from him, but
no, we bought it from another friend of his.
But through him.
Yes.
Okay.
So we, as a treasurer general, my role was to look for money. To beg for money, look for money, go abroad to look for money. I would bring it and report back to the party.
The committee?
Yes, we had our systems. The constitution is very clear, right? We have subcommittees who normally investigate to know what is going on. And I served my party very well. Up to date, I'm a member of that party. Since my term ended, I said I'm not going to venture into that again. I went back to my constituency. I am the mobilization secretary
for the party.
Yes.
In Ruchiga.
In fact, this week I'm going back to do some mobilization. I hear my friend Besigye doesn't want elections, but I must.
Has that mobilization been effective when the party just lost the constituency?
Why?
Ruchiga.
Yes. Maybe politics is a fight.
Do you have some leaders who have been winning in Ruchiga?
Yes, I have some councillors, right? My chairman, whom I thought would be a chairman of the district, called Mulengera. He's a young man. We also brought him up. He's also a member of this party. He narrowly lost because of one sub-county where it's predominant the movement. And in that sub-county, normally once there are too many, they tend to steal. So he lost by about 300 votes.
To become a RC5 chairperson?
He never became. Yeah, but he's still now the chairman.
Parliamentary, you had your candidate?
Parliamentary? Yes, we had one.
Ruchiga?
Yes, we had one who didn't do well. Because it took us time to identify one. The people we wanted to stand were not ready. You know, it is very difficult because you need money.
Maybe you didn't inspire them enough.
No, I did. Then one of those boys I felt was supposed to be our candidate. Felt he could not stand. And the reason why, because he was also making his calculation in the constituency, whether he can win or not. So he felt if he became independent, he can attract some movement people and ours. So that's how we went. Now Roland Bish is Roland.
Roland is an independent,
He's independent.
And originally was with you.
Oh yes, he was my child. Actually, he was like my son. Yes.
Are you still with him politically? Is he more aligned with FDC than NRM?
No, he's not.
He's with NRM.
Because, you know, he's independent. He says he's independent. Yes. That's why I was annoyed with him. Because I wanted him to stand and he didn't stand.
Okay.
Then that made me to go and look for another person.
Another person, yes. Who was
That answers your question, why we don't have.
So your person was third, the Franca Bear was third.
Yes. So, but we are there.
But sir, we hear you had a lot of money. How could money have been a problem for your candidate? For instance,
Yes, I had money because I had worked for a long time.
Yes.
Mine is, I started in public service, right? I grew up. I worked in many ministries. Two, I was doing some small businesses. But I was not very rich, no. But I had money. Yes.
So I don't mean you as a person. I mean the party, the power campaign of 2021.
Now you are jumping the gun.
Not quite.
Because I want us to.
We are going to get there, sir.
Okay.
Let's clear this part. Because your candidates in Uganda, the problem was that candidates fear to take up the responsibility because of the resources.
Yes.
But we've had the issue that there was a lot of money. Honorable Manda says people even didn't know how to use the money. It was too much. We can respond to that in the context of the the candidates and the people not being ready to take up the.
No, you see, once you have money for the party, you have other programs, right? Yes. You have other programs. You cannot say, because I am a senior member of the party, I can get a chunk of money from the FDC to go and do my campaigns. No, because once you are a member of parliament, you are expected, to give the party. And later, we came up with a policy that if you are going to stand, they give you only your nomination fee, right? And all of them were given. Yes.
Sir, you wanted to talk about Dr. Chebi going to be very supportive of elections as an approach.
Yes.
Yes, you can speak to that.
Now, we supported the Besigye. I was one of his main campaign managers in Kizza's region. At that time I had many cars. You can see most of them here.
Yes.
I would go to Lira, I would go to Karamoja, I would go to Eastern, Western, Central, campaigning for this.
This is for 2000.
All the time. We became
all the elections.
our
Apart from 2001.
Yes.
Because 2001 we were with M7, we were still inside. 2001.
Messages. We started with Besigye.
In 2001, sir.
We started with this.
In reform agenda. In reform agenda, I thought you joined him in 2006.
Look.
Maybe I've forgotten.
The first time I was in CA, Constituent Assembly.
95.
That's when we were still together, even Besigye was still part of us.
Yes.
And he was also a member of CA.
Correct.
After CA, the first election after CA,
96.
at that time, all of us were trying to see whether we should be together or not. Right? And by the time we went to 7th Parliament, no, 5th, 6th Parliament, I think.
The one after CA was 96 to 2001.
Yes. And Besigye was still with the movement.
Was in the military.
In the military. Well, I ran in the Kano. Right? So when he left, me, I'm talking about the period when he joined us.
In 99, he left from
Yes.
the same to the
Yes.
2001.
So he comes to us.
Was he a candidate in 2001?
Yes.
Yes,
2001 he was a candidate. I've been with Besigye since the formation of this party.
In 2005.
2005. Yeah, 2001, there was at that time we had not identified where, but we had sympathies for Besigye.
Yes. Officially, we were the one.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. Because we were not formed our party.
Yes.
Right? That's why we had this
Museveni
group.
promised this was his last term.
Yes. But then he came and changed.
So
Anyway.
you devoted your cars and moved around the country?
Yes. We campaigned for Besigye all the time except that one when we were the first one. But the other ones, we really helped Besigye. Being a treasurer general, I had to look for money for Besigye. And,
For the party, what for the
of course, for the party.
Yeah.
But campaign money, at times, we would look for money for campaigns.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
And we did it. Never succeeded. It was the second time. The third time, he didn't succeed. Then he
Tried
started.
his best.
Yeah, he tried his best. He tried. He tried. And we still had a lot of hope in him. Okay?
Yes.
Now, in his last term, he decides to cut short of that term. Some months, I think you remember.
2012. He left earlier.
Earlier, he said this type of politics, maybe because he had lost 3 times. So he was saying, now what is this?
He had a better experience.
Yes. And that's the time when he started his walk to work and all those. And we joined him. I have some photographs, whatever. Me and Mafabi walking, we were walking from here out. You know, running after us. And then we continued with him until he left. As a president, he came up with an idea. He said, these elections are difficult. They are not, they can't remove this dictator.
Which you agree with generally also.
Generally.
Having told us the Besigye experience, how complicated it had been.
Then we said, okay, you have no problem. Next start. By then, it is General Muntu
Who had become president.
who had become president.
Who you didn't support.
I never supported the Muntu, and he knows. I was for Nanda. They defeated us by 34 votes. Which I said, we felt there's something funny hands. But I said, we said okay. And we remained members of the party, right? And that was the time 2015, when I was retiring.
The leadership
of the party. But we continued. So Muntu.
Talked about the meeting, Uganda Muntu.
About what?
You had mentioned it.
Yeah, under Muntu, this division actually, which has persisted, had a come up. Some people wanted resistance, whatever form of resistance. I will explain that later. But they termed it activism. Some of us felt activism can't work. Either we take the right route of confronting the enemy. Right?
You will be going to...
Yes, fighting as we
Like
fought other regimes. Yes. But that one was not embraced by a good number, like Muntu and the Besigye. So we said, okay, since you are our leaders, you want us to go the right one, which we think is the best, we are going with you. Okay? But Besigye tested it and he found that it was not. Right?
The what?
Besigye.
The rebellion.
No. For him, he refused the military type, right? And when he entered activism, he thought it would be easy, which didn't. And some of us had told him that activism in this country, and some parts of Africa, like in South Africa, where, you know, colonialism had a big hold because of land and whatever. But here in Kenya, activism cannot remove the dictator. That's why we disagreed.
So what was your option?
Wait, I told you.
Election?
No.
Military?
Me, I was for military, but I was convinced. No, we can't do that. Right? Yes, and I've already said it.
Did you have numbers inside the party?
Yeah, we had a few who believed in it.
Those who could not go ahead.
Right? Wait, but I see once you're working as a group, you tend to take what is good for you. I was not ready now to break the party to
go to war.
Yes, and yet we have moved away from Museveni now. We come here, then we break, right? And then you say, okay, activism can work side by side with the party. Because there are those who believed in elections, right? There are those who believed in activism. We tried activism, it didn't work. So we continue being members of parliament, suffering, doing what? Salary, since I grew up, I've been getting a salary. At that time, there wasn't a lot of money. Like now, I hear there's too much money there. So, Besigye took activism side, and through the party, NEC authorized it. That's how he goes to Katonga. And we felt, you go there, we remain in the party, and we shall be helping each other. And indeed, we helped him some money to mobilize. He, again, as our former president, he would go abroad, bring some money, and he uses it in activism. And not necessarily. Even during his elections, normally we give candidates a leeway. Go and fundraise. And once you fundraise and you're fundraising for your candidate, then there is no problem.
You don't have to pass on the money to the treasury.
No, it's rare. But we also had to look for money. And once we look for money, and I'm not a candidate, then you bring the money in the party. So we had a good accounting system in the FDC. Yes. So we continued. Later, we see my brother Besigye saying, please, no elections. What do we do?
But he has been participating in them.
No. When he left,
have to salute. Did we say he was in salute campaign? He goes there grumbling.
Don't push words in my, in my mouth. Right? Now, Besigye continues pushing. Now, others, like the Nandaras and others, they preferred elections. Much as we were helping the other side, hoping that they will be strong and we will be strong and we join together. But later, we find the Besigye wanting party to go. He felt, yes, this one, I will say it when the other day when we met, I told him his interest was to make sure that the party goes and will continue with his activism. But we had two groups. One group for activism, another group which was not interested in activism. But
the activism
continued with the party. So that's why NEC authorized the Besigye to go to Tonga. And he would be getting some little money. And he could also get his money. Right? So we continue. Now Amuriat comes in.
Which they say is the one who brought him. Is that true or not true?
No, it's not true.
He didn't blame Amuriat.
I can bet in the name of God, Besigye never wanted Amuriat to stand.
Who did he want?
He never wanted anybody to stand at that time.
In the party?
Yes.
He wanted him to just continue?
No, he never wanted elections.
Even in the party?
I'm telling you.
Okay, sir.
That's the conflict in the party.
Yes.
That's the conflict. Some people are talking about other things, money, what. That is the main problem in the party.
Yes.
You see, we had two sides in the party. Those who really believe in the party. Right? At that time, my position was such a dictatorship cannot be removed by just elections or whatever, even these activities, military. So me, I was defeated. I abandoned my thinking. And a few of us, we abandoned it. So we continued. For us, we said, activism on my side, I felt it would not work also. Because we had seen it, walk to work, whatever. Why was it going? So that developed the rift. Do you get it? Those for elections and those for activism. Main problem the party today. And that's why Muntu, you remember how he left. It was part of
the structure.
Yes, it was part of that. It was part of that. So, was there any other question?
I would like to ask.
Yes.
Because work I quickly participated, like you said.
I participated.
Why do you think it failed and why do you think it cannot work?
When you are facing an enemy, you know what type of enemy you are facing. Right? We worked with my brother Museveni here. I know Museveni himself. He's a man, once he wants something, he will have it. Particularly like most African leaders who use the military. Museveni has not been an exception. Right? You saw how he organized us in walk to work, right? He used police, he used the military, it continued. You know how many people have been shot at in town, right? And given the nature of Ugandan community, we are not like South Africa. For us, we knew that one cannot also work. And that's why now I shifted from militarism to election.
You told us previously you didn't support General. What exactly did you find to be problematic in his game? Why does it not deserve your support?
Muntu had no problem with it. It's like if you have another candidate, right? I had no problem with Muntu. To say me and Muntu have problems is personal. But I felt at that time Besigye was better than Muntu.
I mean in Nandala, because after Besigye stood with him.
After I knew Nandala better, I had worked with him, I knew him as a shrewd politician. He had done very well in Mugisha, and I felt this young man can be developed also into someone bigger. And I worked with him.
And what do you think about him?
Right?
The way he has grown his politics up to today.
Well, I left. I thought he would be a treasurer general. Later, he said, no, Jack, I want to be a secretary general. I said, you go for it. We voted him, he went through. Right? And now he's a secretary general.
It's good we come here because people keep saying you are his advisor actually, that everything he does.
No?
He was the one behind his beforehand.
I'm here today, here just said I'm his advisor. I'm not.
The one misleading the secretary general.
How? How do I mislead you?
You are very close, he believes in your ideas.
Besigye is close to me.
Closer.
Right? We are from the same region.
Yes. Maybe. So is there anything you can propose to Honorable Nandala that he says no?
Oh yes.
Have you ever disagreed with him on anything?
Oh yes. You asked him many times. Many times.
Even on Patem Battles?
Oh yes. When we were in park, this time when we had a serious quarrel. Yes.
About the handling of business of park?
Yes.
Yes.
He brought in something which I didn't like, and I told him, no, this can't work. I said, no, in the interest of the country, this must be done like this. And we disagree, but we continued as friends. It's good to disagree and continue as friends. I hate people who disagree and hate each other. See, it's unacceptable to a person who has been brought up properly in a home of love, a home of one. So, this is where the problem is. Sorry. This is where the problem is. I have known Besigye for a long time. I have no problem with it.
Since the NRA.
Yes. But I like when you leave office as I left many offices. I worked in Ministry of Water as Under Secretary.
And I'm saying,
Yes, I was a public servant. I worked in Ministry of Justice. I worked in Ministry of Energy. In Energy, I was acting permanent secretary. Actually, that's when I resigned.
and the Kalisa came.
And yes,
Kabagambi.
Kalisa Kabagambi. And I left now to go to CA. Remember?
As the lion of Mugisha.
Yes, remember. So, me, I don't mind. You know, I can disagree with you. But when I disagree with you, it does not mean that you are my enemy. Now, wait, don't push words. The problem started with this last election.
2021.
Yes.
Yes.
We waited. People still wanted this to come. This to refuse it. We say, okay, if he doesn't want. And we as elders, we said, let's look for a candidate. And the Besigye never wanted.
So for you, what did you not want? You cannot stand. The giant you could have. Mountain.
Do you know my age now? I'm now 76. Right?
Yes.
These are young men. These are young men. Right?
Yes.
Oh yes, you reach a point where you have to say, you know, I have my sons here. When they come, they do everything. Right? They sit down and they say, do everything. Right? So,
This is the refusal to come.
wait. As a former Treasurer General, as Mafabi, who was my deputy, he said, let's look for who to stand. Actually, they suggested me. They suggested Rukwago. They suggested Wafula Ogutu. They suggested Amuriat Oboi. And we sat here, outside here. Elders. These elders you saw again in this thing.
Then now we saw it.
Then we sat here. And we came to the conclusion that we should have someone from Eastern Uganda, right? And that person should be helped. That's one. So when we started identifying people, again we came the second time here. I was asked to chair that meeting.
To host and chair.
Yes. We sat here, we agreed. Amuriat Oboi. One who was also close to Besigye, was an activist, right? Two, some of us who have been planning for this party were looking at, yes, Besigye, though he was in the east and the west, he never got even many votes that side. Since we got more votes east and the north, we can also reward those people. And that was the elders, thinking, right? So, Amuriat, we recommended Amuriat. Amuriat becomes our president. Now, when Amuriat becomes our president, that's where the problem comes.
Presidential candidate.
Presidential candidate. I call my friend Nandana Mafabi. I call now the newly identified candidate, Amuriat Oboi.
Oh, this decision was made in his absence.
Yes.
So you called him after that decision, yes.
So I said, let's now, since this is now sorted out, let's go to my boss, my former boss, KizzaBesigye, and we talk to him, he buys in, and he also helps us to look for money. Right? Because in that part, it was me, Besigye, and another who was looking for money.
For all of these years.
Yes, but others like MPs will pay automatically. You know,
Ssemujju also.
All of them, they were paying. Now, when we went there, he looked at us. His house.
Yeah. You had your candidate also.
Which
Power.
Who was the candidate?
You were with him there in
Yes,
his house.
me, Nandana Mafabi, and Power.
Yeah. Plus your host, 4 people.
Four people. We sat, said, sir, we have come to see you as our former leader, former head of the party, mobilizer. We want two things. We want your help. Mobilization
The country.
and two, as
Financing.
our former mobilizer for money as a president, and me, you want something?
Yeah, he's bringing water.
We asked him, please, our boss. I really respect my bosses, unless we disagree. Please help us. We're also going to look for money, but help us. Yeah, he talks and talks. These elections also, that thing which he has
Which he
always-
has been saying already.
Yes, these elections. Said, okay, get me a budget. And as we were going out, I told him, "Father, said, my brother Nanda, you are an expert in that area.
Draw up something.
You were part of my budgeting team in the party. So go and come up with a sketch. You know what we
Improved.
what we should look at, and then we form, we come up with a budget." He went after about 4 days, called me, said, "I'm ready," and said, "Okay, if you are ready, let's make an appointment with this." We made an appointment with this. Said, "What is the problem?" I said, "No, now we are moving on. Now this is now our future president for the party and for as a candidate. So now we want you to help us."
We have our credit here.
And as you told us, this is the budget. Looked it was a good one. Said, "Okay, you will see me another day." Okay, we left. Waited for the man to help us. He helped us.
Maybe tried and failed.
I don't know. That one you can answer for him, not for me. So we went and adjusted that budget because it was a lot.
How big was it?
We said let it be not too much because we don't know where we shall get this money.
And the country
So-
was under local.
So again we trimmed it down. Where is it? Trimmed it down. The realistic budget. And all the USAJ said, "Are you ready?" He said, well, I'm thinking about this budget, but elections also, So he was not interested yet. So for us, we said, after waiting for some time, we said, now what do we do? We look for money. We look for money.
You still had some kind of nomination in all of this process? From South in Kasanga to back and forth?
What do you mean by nomination?
The nomination of Chief of Electoral Commission, the Yabakama.
Yeah, we still had time.
You started early.
Yeah, at that time we still had time.
Okay.
So, we waited for this Genesis never. We start our campaigns. As we started the campaigns, just sent us a message. Why don't you have a campaign bureau? And that's where the problem started. Why can't you have a campaign bureau? He sent us his friend Kandonda.
You feel Chiga.
He said, he chose a few people.
Suggested people to head the bureau.
Head the bureau. We had no money.
So it was Wakanda.
Wait, he has not even started looking for money. We start. Now, how much do we need for the bureau? And me having been the former treasurer general,
the last 3 occasions.
And we had those campaign bureau. The last one, where we had got billions and billions of money raised from abroad and here. It was never counted for.
Which was handled by William.
Yes, yes. By the way, that's again where another problem started coming from. And we said, this money never, he has not given us money. So he wants us to have a campaign bureau, yet there is no money, right? What do we do? And that's the time when we went to the party, asking what we do. He said, look for money. Give authority. NEC gave authority. Look for money.
The SG.
Yes. So SG tried, because me, I'm not in their structure.
You are an elder.
I am an elder. So that was their work, really. Even I never attended their meetings. I do not know what was going on. But later they told me, and they showed me a minute when I asked.
The NEC.
NEC. But NEC gave them authority to look for money. And to look for money, none knows how we used to look for money. Whenever Besigye sent us, I want money, there is little money, he knows friends. And that's where me and the Besigye have disagreed. Right?
Yes.
I went, looked for money, friends, some of these friends were maybe in the movement. Yes.
We are still there, but they sympathize with what
Yeah. It's like me when I stood in Ruchiga. Not everybody who helped me was the FDC. They were movement people. Some of my uncles who are rich. They give me money. And I say no, when I am now trying to do this work, right? And two, so that's where again the problem is. Two, you know, it's a party is like a government. You can't know the secrets of government, right? Yes. How they handle their things is have even what they call classified, right? I was a PAC member. We would venture too much to make sure that we audit classified. They would not. I remember having been put on that committee of classified. Museveni said, no, I don't want Jack Sabiiti on that committee. And I never became one, right? So you can see, there are things that you put in the open. Even in a family. You don't tell your children whether you stole the money, whether your other woman has given you money. Can you tell your wife? You cannot. So, because I was not part of that at that time, because that was Mafabi and others, I said, okay. Maybe this Besigye has not given us money, and this NEC has advised you to look for money. Go and look for money. You know where we used to go? Yes, he was my deputy. You know where we used to go? Friends, abroad. I used to go to London, I would go to the United States, look for money. And the Besigye never showed us those in the United States and other places where he used to go. So
where he would get it from?
Personally.
Personally.
Right?
Because of the same concerns.
Yes. So that campaign bureau of Besigye messed us up at the headquarters.
The one of Chambadi?
Yes.
Yes.
That Munyankole who was the accountant. He was
the one of 2016.
The last.
The 2016, yes.
2016.
16, Besigye stood in 2016. That was his last time.
We had a lot of money.
Is it KizzaBesigye?
It is Munyankole boy who was there. With the Bakandonda and others. In fact, we are around Mengo.
This one of Mengo of IPC?
Yes, our campaign bureau. Okay. That's where it was. Okay. And all the money, we never touched it.
You would get it and pass it on to them.
Whatever we had in the party, we would give them. Right? But what they looked for outside, they never showed to the party. And what annoyed me, later, because we continue saying, please account for the money, account for the money. Later, that young man who was heading that bureau, he comes, he brings files. You see a seat and
This is to the party.
Yes, the one who was in campaign bureau.
He's bringing to the party the files.
Yeah, the files. I said, okay, put here the files, but we want, you bought computers, they must come to the headquarters. You bought chairs, they must come to the headquarters. We want all the files of accountability, right? Because if I'm at account for that money, and you need all the information. I called Mafabi, we looked at the file. He said, no accountability. Right? Then I was annoyed. I said, some people from the headquarters, you go to Mengo, get whatever you get, to come to be in the headquarters. Most of those chairs you see there belong
from the bureau.
From the bureau, right? But they were also grabbing, taking some chairs, most computers, they took them.
Would you bring the candidate for that?
No, wait. You are rushing. I have not blamed. I've never blamed the Besigye. Now, when now we start the issues of campaigning for Amuriat, we don't have money, but NEC has authorized, right? Now they want us to put up a campaign bureau. They have not given us money, right? He has not even helped to give us money. So we said, this is too bad, too much. So I remember telling his colleagues there. And later when I met him, he said we are being asked to have a campaign bureau. I remember remarking, I hoped it will not be like the other campaign bureau which messed us up.
The previous election.
Yes. I said, no. Since we don't have money, I don't think there will be any campaign bureau. It can have some people at the headquarters and they will work. And that's what they did. But that thing also angered the district.
They refused to create a bureau.
Yes. And you see, they had even budgeted how much to pay each. A lot of money.
They had a list of the staff to run the bureau.
Yes. Without even consulting us.
Why do you think it cannot be
I don't know. I don't know. Don't push me that side.
Yes.
So, that was actually another crisis between us and the Besigye.
As you went into the campaign.
But then we go into campaigns. I go to Kizzabesigye, start organizing campaigns for Amuriat, one part of Ankole, organizing. So they come. This is nowhere to be seen. Horrible Western Uganda. He came later, I saw him in Kabale. I said, no, him there. He never participated at all. Whenever I would look at these pictures, Amuriat suffering alone. When I was suffering in the everywhere he went, I had a lot of vehicles. Me, I'm a man of Nissan.
Nissan?
Yes.
I
remember I lost my two beautiful Nissan. This is campaigns. Two. I'm left with this one here, which is the home. Right? So, that thing disorganized us mentally. To a person you love, to a person you like. We felt betrayed. But his aim was he did not want elections.
You know, this was in the middle of the campaign. Some people have suspected that being a medical doctor, maybe he had too much fear for COVID and he preferred to remain at home.
Yeah, doctor, you are much better. You get the thing. You
maybe he should have explained himself to you.
Why didn't he?
Certainly, yes.
Anyway.
But what I know you were very intelligent and very good at thoughts. You know the timing. This also had you had a lot of the speak from the NUP. Were you monitoring? How they were back?
Don't push me into those areas.
No, me, I'm
wait, let me first give my story.
I thought you had the hope.
So now, Nanda looks for money. I don't know what, sincerely, I don't know where I got this money. I've been seeing my name coming in. Museveni. If I want to see Museveni. The other day when we met yesterday, last Sunday.
Hey.
Yes.
There has been an effort to reach out.
I understand he had a chat with Mafabi. I was here. Mafabi calls me. He said, you know that there are discussions? He said, oh, you go with the president and then you discuss those things. I said, no, we need an elder like you to sit there. And he came, they parked their cars down. They came here, we went in my car. Me, Amuriat, and who?
The Secretary General.
The Secretary General. When we reached there, we find the Besigye had people around him.
This is in Katonga.
No, in his house.
Last Sunday.
Yes, in his house. We found there was flap. We found there this lawyer, Garo. We found there Oduman. We found there were about 5 people and the Besigye. Then I looked at my father and said, "What, you mean you wanted to come here alone? People, they are sitting and you want to be there like a, you know, like a man without a father?"
Really?
Yes. I said, that's why I came to ask you to come to accompany me. Sincerely, I did not know. Right, so we went there.
This is daytime, nighttime?
Daytime. It was daytime, it was around 11.
You served the eats. Welcome as comrades.
Yes, he served us. And I found that Mafabi had met him earlier. Okay. And this, I found Besigye had points. I think which they had discussed.
In their previous meeting.
So we talked and talked. We did talk. As we need to talk, we talk. He was still demanding for accountability.
And the
campaign money. And that's where me and him
clashed.
Yeah, clashed.
In that meeting, you clashed.
We didn't clash really, but because you see, he's still like my boss. I am older than him, but he was my president. And I give him respect. But I told him, I said, Mr. President, former president of the party, all the money for campaigns, it has been a tradition in our party. The president looks for money, and he used it for money. He never campaigned, I mean, accounted for all that money. And I had a chat with him one time, but he just like, you know, he would laugh whenever you ask him, right? But I never ventured also to start pushing him down. Then now, when Amuriat stands, he himself wants accountability. He's not a member of NEC. He's not a member of the executive, right? He's just an ordinary member of the party, like me. It's like me now going to the, I left the ministries a long time ago as a public servant, and even as a member of parliament, start demanding to go to Museveni to say, do this, do. There are institutions to do it. That's why there is PAC. Even within the party, there are those institutions. Why? What is your interest?
So you are the person who has been saying you're asking this and who. We had that also.
Right? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Not necessarily as who, but in terms of accountability. Supposing now I demanded Museveni his classified expenditure, you will say as who, right? I talk as a citizen, right? But he will say there is PAC in Parliament to do it, right? And then, because I saw what happened during my tenure of office as a Treasurer General, the same thing never happened. What interest does that one have?
What did Wafula say?
No, Wafula
was in the meeting.
Was trying to dismiss this and that. You know, this, here. There was accountability. I said where? I said Mafabi is here. I was the Treasurer General. Yeah, there is good stuff. Talked about other things. I said, So he went through. He went through all his points. And here he talked about that only. I was answering other things.
So the meeting didn't end properly.
Well, it ended. We didn't fight. He gave us lunch. We had a good
Suspect.
We had a good lunch. Oh, suspect one. That's my brother.
Not take the lunch.
That's my brother.
It has not come to
He's
that.
my young brother.
There is still room
No.
to talk.
No, let me tell you, I don't hate Besigye.
Yeah.
The good name.
Yeah.
But I disagree with him. Actually, it's exactly the same way he should do with himself. Yes. Museveni wanted to do his things his way, not as a group, as a party. Right? Equally, Besigye and Museveni are the same in their methods of work. Methods of work. Same. Katonga is his, it's there, you can't even account for it money. But he wants us, not us, because I'm not part now, the other people to come. So at times they come from my street to advise them what to do. Right? Is it okay to give this information? I said, well, we have a party, it has its own rules and regulations.
They have also dragged you in their things.
Right? Yes, me, I'm an outsider actually. I don't see why the Besigye talks about me.
You're a consultant of
Besigye shouldn't be talking about me. I'm not Besigye. I'm not the
You are an advisor
president,
maybe or something.
right? No, I'm just an elder. That's why they had called this elders committee to investigate. And because of my relationship with Nandara, I said, me, I can't be on that. But they also asked me to go and give my piece of, advice. And I did. I went, I gave it. In writing, typed my small notes, I gave it. How the party works. Right? So, and when I heard today that he was saying that they were negotiating with Nandara to offer an apology. An apology to who? He should be giving an apology to the party. Yes. If he was in the wrong, he should be giving an apology to the party.
Nandara.
Yes. Not to Jack Sabiiti.
That's what Besigye had said today, that he should have apologized to him as a person.
Yes.
Because he says Nandara, that meeting of before Sunday, that Nandara, your friend, is the one who called him, saying I would like to meet you.
As a friend. You know, as a friend, you want to talk. You see, as a friend, if you have a conflict with a friend, at times you can call somebody, your friend, and say, but can't we discuss this matter? You see, and I think they did. And I did not know in God's name. I did not know when they met and how they met. It is that morning
of Sunday
that Nandara calls me. He says, Jack, I don't think I can go alone. I need elders like you to be with me. That's what he said. I said, by the way, I refused it first because I was still in my bed. I said,
why were you not?
Because I'm not part of the systems of management of the headquarters. I'm no longer part of it. As I am asking Besigye to be like me, who cannot go and start saying this and this. If I have a problem, and I have had problems in that part, I either call Nandara, or call the president, or call the cow. I said, here, this, please. You could put it. These things don't happen. Yes. As an elder, as a person who worked, who founded that party, right? It's my concern. That's my own interest. I don't hate Besigye. I don't hate Mafabi. I don't hate Amuriat. I look at them as my colleagues, right? After all, I'm older than them, right?
Even Wafula, you don't hate.
I don't hate Wafula at all. Let me tell you. I don't. In fact, when we were looking for which stand, I consulted Wafula. I said, what would you like to have? He also, came in, maybe Nandara, maybe Ronku, Yes. And they always ask us. They want to, we elders to help them. Yes. So really, my brother Besigye, I think has taken it too far. And this is my last statement. He had all avenues as a former president. I want this one to be clear when you are writing your things.
Yes.
As a former president, a man who was involved in presidential campaigns, a man who was the head of the party, and all of us served under him. He knows the systems of the party, how the party works, right? For him to come out, even to go to the last meeting of elders, no, the other meeting of there's another structure below.
National Council.
National Council, yes, National Council. To come up without asking us, like me, or even talking to Nanda.
Prior.
Okay?
Before the meeting.
You just come, you have come to talk to these high, you know, they actually, that's the top leadership, seniors of the party. And after talking, you say you want to talk about finance management of the party. Surely, in the National Council, where you were an elder, surely,
Where are you?
I was seated there.
Is it true somebody tried to beat him up?
I nearly cried. They wanted, by the way, we pulled some people. We pulled some people.
They wanted to beat the founder.
He's a founder like any other, right? He was in his reform agenda. I was in parliamentary advocacy forum. Others were in the other group. All of us joined. All of us are founder members. But we respect him because he was our president. Are you getting me? But when they say he was a founder, it appears he's the one who founded the party. The party was founded by all of us. You get me? It's like Museveni saying this government is his. It's my government. This will be the same. Now we will be saying this is my government. Right? So those are the things which itch my head.
As somebody who was in that council, you said you almost shed tears.
Yes.
Why you shed tears in the meeting?
Diverging the methods of work within the party outside. Yes, it was a national council, but you cannot. If you divide such things in cabinet, I would accept. I would accept. Then we would put task another. Is that true? Is that true? And now I have heard he's associating me with him.
With Nanda.
I have seen in some pictures that Jack Sabiiti and Ekanya went to Museveni. Even last Sunday I told him, I said, Besigye, never in your life, as a brother and a friend, right? Never go talking about others, right? Yes. Be mature, be old, and always know where things stop. I can't talk about you and your family. You can't start talking about Jack Sabiiti, right? Yeah, that's what he was talking about me today. That he would have reconciled with me. Now, you reconcile about theft? No. If Mafabi stole money or he got it from a wrong place, then it's not him to agree with him. Maybe you want to agree with him and divide that money? Yes. Why was he in that mood? Why? If he's sure that he got money from Museveni, then bring it in the right channels, investigate, and then we will reprimand Nanda. If I went with him, they would feel that I went with Nanda to get that money. Right? Yes. I accessed, and this is my last statement, I accessed little money from the party when I was requested to go to Western Uganda, particularly Kigezie.
For 2021?
Yes, with the other one, the last one, Paul. Yes. Because, you know, I'm again still the elder, the party, as a former member of parliament, as a founding member. So they said, you are the one who knows those areas, you know Chisoro, you know Kanungu, you know Rukunjiri, you know Ruchiga, you know Ndorwa, Kabali, right? Please, all people standing, this is the money, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. I carried it and I gave them to all candidates.
Totally how much?
Right? You just calculate the number of MPs, right? Now, they gave me an allowance like an other, right?
To move around.
They gave me fuel. That's the money I got.
Who gave you that?
At headquarters, the cow.
The cow.
Yes. But I hear Jack Sabiiti, they got money. They kept in his place. Another one in Nandara. Another one where. Then best, why doesn't he come clearly to tell who told him where that one came from?
So this is also what I have heard on social media.
Yes.
That you leveraged on your own contacts. That you reached Mukula Michael, then you brought in forward the SG.
No, I saw it.
Then the secretary.
That's not true.
Speaker of Parliament.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you here. I wish Besigye was seated here. We got money from friends.
Yes.
Particularly in the country.
Yes.
We are getting money from friends. Some friends were movementists. Some friends were businessmen, you know, but movementists. We are very closer. We were very closer to Museveni. Right? Now, how do I start? A man who is a businessman, he gives me maybe 20 million, right? And I come, I start talking about him. And this the same man who is a friend of Museveni is the one who Museveni is funding him to have his industries. Now he's saying now
you are causing problems.
Yes,
correct.
You are now supporting my enemies, my opponents. You see, you look at it.
I have
yes, and that's my annoyance in the university.
Maybe if you have in confidence, you can share that information with him in confidence.
No, on Sunday I told you.
Oh, you reviewed some.
Yes, this Sunday. I told you. I never, of course, he reviewed those names. He knows the names.
Oh, they have been with the party.
In it, money. And he's the one who asked me, go to such and such a place.
He's the one who arranged it.
No, he never arranged. He had said, our friend, can't you go and talk to him? I went there, sat with him. He gave us a lot of money. Right? Actually, he gave us a half.
And a half later.
Right? This money, I carried it. I gave it this is the amount. You can verify with him. It is half. The other half will be given to us later. But me, I was campaigning. So later, they called the message.
He sent somebody.
Wait, they called the message. They say, yeah, the other half is again. He rang me. He was in the east. Right? He rang me. He said, Jack, please,
our friend.
and you will go and see our friend. I said, but look, I'm here, I have no money, I can't come to Kampala, whatever. We had to make arrangements with that person. We had to collect that money, and he came and he collected that money. It was a lot of money. Well, how come I have never talked about these things? That's what hurts me. In fact, he's going to make us talk more. Because other people have called me for radios. Because he has started talking on my name. Using my name. And that's unfair. So, this is the problem we had in the party. Some of us love our party.
You still do.
I still campaign for my people. Right? And now, as I was advised by Besigye that elections, the system I wanted cannot work, I have opted for elections. And now he wants me to leave elections and go away.
And walk to work and become an activist.
At my age.
But the other one is harder. The struggle, the bush way
no,
is
that one
harder.
is much easier.
It's harder than activism.
No way.
We
It's
see
just
what's
cowardice.
happening.
Cowardice.
I've seen you watching Ukraine there. That's tough.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's the way to go. But anyway, don't take me to Museveni to be reason that I'm trying to.
I know. Mukama, very briefly, the last
Yes.
one. We've seen this storm for about the last 2 weeks. Do you think your president and secretary general have handled it in the best way? The way they have
No,
conducted themselves so
it
far?
was not well handled. First, Besigye
Yes.
mishandled
By talking in the National Council.
in the National Council. Two, they brought the elders, excluding some of us who we suspected. They came and gave a report. So Besigye still is saying no, right? So what does he want?
He didn't even attend the meeting, the National Council.
Yeah, he never came, and he was invited.
Did you attend?
I will tell you, he was there seated.
You didn't say anything?
No, I sit. If they need my advice, they will call me. Because
I didn't mean the National Council. You were just invited in a special capacity.
normally we have elders whom they call in the National Council. Always, traditionally. Yes, and I've always attended as an elder.
So you think the president and the SG, have they made one or two mistakes? Small mistakes so far? Where they would have done better?
You see, Besigye should have reconciled with Nandara, sit down, and then he could have said, please, this is dangerous because this and this, let's talk. One time he called us, after I had forgotten that, in Musabara,
Birigwa's place.
He called us. It was me, Sumba, Amuriat, Nandara Mafabi, the chairman, Birigwa,
Ssemujju.
I think we were about 7. This issue came up. And everybody. By then we had not known that Besigye had all the other things we wanted to talk about, right? But it came up a little bit. He said, Jack Sabiiti, and you have seen Museveni. I told that meeting and the same word I used on this Saturday, last Sunday when we met.
In the meeting,
yes, I
yes.
said, Besigye, don't teach me to hate. That's the word I used. Don't, make me to hate people. I don't hate, but I disagree with someone. I can't hate you because your views are different from mine, right? And I stated it again last Sunday when Mafabi asked me to go with him. I said, Besigye, please don't make people to hate others.
Because you hate them also.
That's what I said. Don't. Because he had talked of himself with me, what?
That you are in touch with Museveni.
Well, he had said, you people are some of you, what? I said, don't teach me to hate. If Museveni calls me, I will tell him what I think. Right? Yes.
Has he called you up?
Yes. There's a time he called me when I was in Parliament. I told him when we had finished this term limit and whatever. At first he sent this cousin of a man, a woman, Mrs. Oboi, right? And I said, then later he called me. I was sad. I said, Mr. President, these are my words. Mr. President, you may have structure, the structure of government. Because we people, me and you and others, are getting mature and old. But we have a younger generation behind us. Why can't we have 2 houses? The upper house and yes. The man looked at me and said, Uganda also can have 2 Senate. You see? Because me, I was looking at we elders who started this thing. We are still interested. We want still to be there,
To have
right?
a platform of contribution.
Yes, and help this young generation. He said no. Yes. Now, if I meet Museveni on that,
Maybe he wants
Has he
to
given
destroy
you money?
the party maybe. The colleagues.
And I told them.
Oh, you
Oh, yes, I
reported
told
back,
them.
including with him.
Even Besigye.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe he thinks you have lately been resuming your discussion with the HE. Maybe.
Actually, last Sunday, it came too hot, and I asked Besigye. And there are people that you talk to who talk with Museveni. I said, don't you talk with people who are friendly at Museveni? Does that mean you are gone? So, those are the problems of the party. You as journalists, sieve out what you think is good for you.
Yes.
But yes.
I briefly wanted to ask you. So we have other actors like the spokesperson in Uganda, we have the road mayor of Kampala, Salam Musumba recently joined them. What do you think about that? Have you, for instance, talked to Salam lately?
I wish I was showing the message. There's a time.
Because this seems not to be only a Besigye issue, there are a lot of people who think the way he thinks.
Let me see whether I still have it. Because I'm an elder.
Yeah.
I called somebody to get my phone.
She didn't pick it.
She didn't pick. And I sent her a message. I said, what is the problem on that side of yours? Can't we talk and understand?
She still ignored it.
She ignored it. Yes.
Maybe she's too hard.
Because she has been part of us as a group.
Maybe she's too hard.
I don't know what happened. What? From which side?
With what happened between Besigye the other day, for instance? She said she was shocked.
Shocked at what?
The national chairman would be recruited. He had to step to do the fence. Such people did not shock
You see,
many people.
you see, when you have a government,
yes,
you have intelligence.
yes,
That's why you can intercept people who are coming to disorganize society. Right? You have intelligence.
yes,
Even within the party. Right?
yes.
At times we know what is going on. We have friends there, we have what is going on. Right?
Yes.
So why should Musumba be annoyed with us? Because we met Besigye and told him the truth. Right? And at that time she was still not committed to Besigye.
Yes, she was
go the other side, yes.
In the middle.
Right. But we had a good discussion. And we, in fact, we went much in detail. Besigye, haven't you met such and such people? Besigye, at least part of Museveni. Haven't you? You know those things. So you don't want to go
You don't have
those things, right? But we talked, and I thought they would see sense. But he continues to push, right? You cannot push to expose my party, the party which I love so much, right? And you expose lies, which you have no information, right? We have told him, give us concrete evidence. Hey, these people are saying he went to bank, he went to whatever, he got notes. Why don't you bring those notes and give them to the elders committee? And they say, for example, this is a sample, right? Yes, this is a sample. Why doesn't he do it? So those are the problems I have with him.
Now, Chief, there are many other elders, the Kazolas. Have you heard from any of them of late in the last 2 weeks? What are they saying? Generally,
So those are no longer in the party, right? Yes.
The Chapaka Ruhanga.
Chapaka Ruhanga is out.
Do you talk at all?
Oh yes, those are my friends.
Are they disappointed? Are they hopeful?
Well, we haven't discussed every on this, but we meet. I meet Kazora very often.
Garuga is always in town.
Yes, I always have a drink with him. Those are my friends. We don't hate each other.
What is he saying with what's happening? Is he resigned, given up? A person like Garuga Msingi.
Garuga?
You know, some of these people are paid the price.
He's a businessman.
Struggle.
For him, he's in his business. When we go there, he buys us the drinks, and we go home.
He doesn't want this discussion anymore. He did his party.
He's not a member of any committee. He's not. He loved his party, but again, he's doing business with this government, right? His majani growing, all this. He was attached to to the other the other man of government, Nads. So why should I disorganize them when he's doing business?
They are Zindana.
Zindana will meet at Kampala Club.
Is he also equally disinterested in what's happening?
Well,
have concern.
I haven't asked him. Zindana is a serious man.
Is the party serious priority for them at all?
Most of them, after Muntu left, some of those people who were very close to Muntu, they somehow oozed out. See, I can't tell you that I'm FDC or I'm not FDC. Zindana, before him, is my close friend. We meet, have a drink, Kazora. Times he comes here, times I go to his house, we drink. As friends, not whether they are joined Auntie, Muntu's party or what, I'm not bothered. Yes.
Because like the lawyer, one day Ogalo you met at Kasanga to Nsambya.
Oh yes,
we thought he had left also, we thought he's in FDC, rather in ANT.
No, Ogalo was always my lawyer. Yes. When I was in Parliament. Yes. So
during the Sunday meeting, how was he? Was he not frustrated?
No, he was. In fact, he was like a mediator.
Like chairing the discussion.
Yes, actually, he was chairing the discussion. And he knows he's a lawyer and he's cool. So really, that's what happened.
So, people have suggested finally that the SG and the president may be needed to consider not seeking the re-election. What would be your advice to them?
The who and who?
The four and the Secretary General. Some people have suggested maybe they need to move out and allow the party to reorganize.
If they had been convicted by the elders and the party, I would be the first person to say, please get out. But they came out with a report, and these elders are really members of the party.
Except Katembeya. Stanley Katembeya.
Well, for him, he moved his friendship with Besigye to the extent that Besigye is more important than the party when we're talking about party issues.
So he was blinded by friendship.
Friendship can be bad at times. Yes.
People have talked about the committee itself, that it was appointed by the very people it was supposed to inquire into.
If a government puts a committee, what happens? Do you get it from abroad? You get it from within the party. You want to investigate people from in the movement or any other group?
To get somebody to appoint the committee.
Because everybody is partisan in that party. Everybody.
Naturally, yes.
But you have structures. See? That's why elders are there.
So finally, the forensic audit. Dr. Kebi today said he had suggested a forensic audit, which you complicated on Sunday by that you were not very positive about it. What do you find wrong about the forensic audit?
The forensic audit, I have a complaint about two people. Nandara and Besigye. During these days, he got money. 3 times. Right? All the money he brought is not accounted for.
This means he receives it from the party's behalf, but he keeps it
all the money for campaigns.
He just
much as the Nandara is also for campaigns. Okay? Now, Nandara, we were together here, he saw what happened, right? And because of our secrecy of the party, as a former Deputy Treasurer General, he can't talk about this. He cannot. If I heard him talk about it, where we got the money, he would be my enemy. Because he's the enemy of the party. Now, if Besigye wants audit, we want audit from the time he became a president until Nandara.
From 2005?
Yes. So that we audit
every 2 pictures.
The other one is audited. The normal money for the party always is audited. But for campaign money, it's never audited. Okay? So I want both of them. You can't incriminate this because if you did audit for Nandara and they don't do audit for you, then you will have a chance to say yes, you can see another as a thief.
Maybe you can start with one and do the other also after.
They can be done both. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what
actually
did you say?
that's why I think that's why the reason why he's saying
it's one
complicated. But you have already destroyed somebody's name. Why do you want yours to be clean?
So when you suggested it on Sunday, what was his response?
He said, no, I think we should start with this. I said, no. I said, let's say what? I am a witness. I know where we got money from. Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know where another now got this money. But assuming he got it from the same source, what would happen? You look at it.
Yeah.
You see, it's just logical.
Yeah.
Look at it. You don't want to account. Your period is out. They want this one to account.
Just being subjective.
When I was the chairman park, after my brother died,
Okule Park. This is not how we used to do it. I never looked at ex-permanent secretary, ex-whatever. No, I'm interested in the audit. Yeah. And this is where me and Nanda, there's a time when we clashed. Yes. But now Honorable Jack as an experienced auditor, is it something which a fresh audit can really ask at all? This type of mystery and the way it's complicated?
Yes, it can be an ask.
It can help.
But after the assurance, you know there is money what you got. You can get maybe a thief stealing money. Maybe what that's why you have classified expenditure. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yes, classified expenditure.
Is it in the
because wait, supposing they say they audit and you find maybe the money was coming from I'm just giving you an example. The Bay Chief Justice of the country. He loses his job because of your stupidity. When I helped him.
Maturity.
Supposing Museveni has the closest friend and brother.
The governor.
For example, the governor was my
Bank of Uganda.
Yes, he has always been my friend.
The late.
By the way, governor used to give us money.
I knew, I have been knowing.
I grew up with him. My father and his father were friends. Yeah. We grew up together. In junior, we were together in the same class. Makerere, we were together. Right? We finished together. Yeah. You get me? Now, why should I go to this government in trouble? Because I am in my campaigns. I said, Mr. Governor, can't you give me something? And he gets some money. Do I have to go and tell everybody that the governor gave me money?
Since
when he's appointed by the president, and I'm fighting him to remove him from power. This is where Besigye must see sense what we are talking about. Right? But he's not seeing it. Yes, he's not seeing it.
Honorable Jack Sabiiti, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Look forward to seeing you.
We didn't even give you anything.